Yo guys, how's it going? It's Ed bringing you all things Leeds and welcome to the match report for Leeds United's game yesterday that saw Hull City end the Whites' 7-game win streak by picking up a 2-0 victory at Elland Road. Now before we get into this match report, I do just want to apologise for the lack of quality in this video. I do usually use a DSLR camera and a lavalier microphone, but today my lavalier microphone decided to break on me, so I'm having to use my phone. Hopefully this issue is resolved by tomorrow for the match preview for the Nottingham Forest game, but if not, definitely by Wednesday. But you're going to have to bear with me, and like I say, I do apologise for that. But let's get straight into this match report, shall we? And Marcel Bielsa named an unchanged starting 11 going into it, which I saw coming really simply because of the lack of squad depth that we have really. We don't really have enough players to swap at the moment and bring in who will make a difference in that starting 11. But it's always a risk going unchanged at this time of the season in the festive period. We have so many games in such a short space of time, and this was our first game in about 6 days. And Tuesday against Nottingham Forest, that will be our 4th game in just 9 days, which is just ridiculous, really. And tiredness definitely did play a factor in our performance yesterday. Definitely did affect us a lot. A lot of the players looked absolutely shattered by the midway point of the first half. But overall, we were just really poor, really sluggish, sloppy on the ball, giving it away quite a lot, and we just weren't at the races at all, really. Hull City, they definitely were at the races. They looked really good. I'm really impressed with them. They were threatening going forward. Bowen, their winger, who I said we needed to keep quiet, we just didn't deal with him. And Bowen and Grzycki both had a lot of joy on the wings. Luke Ayling and Barry Douglas both had very poor games. That was probably Barry Douglas's worst performance in the Leeds shirt so far. Out of position quite a lot, but he was having to mark Bowen for some reason. So yeah, left him out of position quite a lot. Both our fullbacks had poor games, and if we're picking out players who had poor games, Jack Harrison, although he had a good effort early on in the first half, where you were thinking, you know, have we not scored that? Jack Harrison didn't have the best of games for me, and for me, it's another chance wasted from him. Gave the ball away quite a lot. So yeah, for me, Jack Harrison just wasn't good at all. And Adam Forshaw in the field, it's a rare occasion where he's had a poor game. I've usually praised him so far this season, but Adam Forshaw just wasn't good yesterday. Didn't command the midfield, which he usually does, and when you're not commanding the midfield, it's very hard to win a football match, isn't it? Hull City, they do, of course, go 1-0 up on the 25th minute. It was sloppy defending from Leeds, really, so Grzycki's on the left-hand side, cuts into his right foot way too easily for me. Luke Ayling should have done way better. But it's a cross in from the left from Grzycki, and we've just failed to deal with it, really. And it's a bit, scrambly, it's all over the place, but the ball falls to Phillips, who don't know what he's doing. He's trying to pass it out or something, but they just get rid of it. He didn't. It was a poor clearance, fell to Bowen in the box, and the guy of his calibre is going to punish you, and he certainly did that, and he smashed the ball into the bottom right-hand corner, and it's 1-0. Pablo Hernandez, I remember, had an effort from far out that was saved from the Hull City keeper, but apart from that, you just couldn't see Leeds United equalising, really. We just weren't good in the first half, and it was, of course, 1-0 to Hull City at half-time. Again, much better from Leeds United in the second half. I don't know why this is. I'm fed up of these poor first halves. I mean, why can't we just have a good first half for once? Like, come on. But so much better in the second half from Leeds, but still not good enough. Hull City, they do, of course, double their lead on the 58th minute. For me, Barry Douglas here should have done better. So Grzycki's running down the right. Barry Douglas is there, and he should have stood him up, but he gets completely done up, and Grzycki runs past him, goes to the bar line, pulls it back. Terrell is in there, gets a shot off that save from Peacock foul, but then Bowen is in there at the right place at the right time to pick up the pieces and punish us. And you can see why Bowen has now scored 4 goals in his past 2 games. I don't know about the game before Preston, but he scored 2 goals, and you can see why he's so good and why he's going to be in such high demand in the January transfer window. Shortly after that, about 5 or 6 minutes after that, we bring on striker Tyler Roberts to make his first appearance since coming back from injury. He did okay, did alright, but it's very hard to affect a game when you're already 2-0 down going into the last half an hour or so of the game. And now, despite recent comebacks in recent games, it just looked all but over, really. We had a few chances that were cleared off the line, etc., but we just kept on wasting opportunities, and Hull were just keeping everything out, and it was just one of them days, really. Nothing fell for us, and it just wasn't our day, really, and it definitely was Hull City's day. Hull City obviously held on to win 2-0 and take 3 points from Elland Road, and as far as they're concerned, that's 4th win in a row for them. They are now 7 games unbeaten, so they're in good form at the moment. Are Hull City the most informed team in the Championship right now? They moved up 1 place to 14th, but they are now 11 points off of the relegation zone, or above the relegation zone, so they don't have to worry about that for me. They're 9 points off the playoffs, which may sound like quite a lot, but with half a season to go, they're a team to watch out for, really. I was really impressed with them, and they were without some key players. Jackson Irvine, the midfielder, attacking midfielder for them, He didn't play yesterday because he's been called up to the Australia squad to take part in the Asian Cup. So they were without him. They were also without centre-back Tommy Elphick, who is a very good centre-back. I do rate him. He was recalled to Aston Villa the morning of the game, so he didn't take part. So without a few key players to come to Elland Road against the league leaders, pick up a 2-0 victory and take all 3 points, very impressive from them. And if they keep hold of the star players who did play yesterday, such as Bowen and such as Krzyzewski, then they could be some dark horses of the Championship this season and the ones to watch out for. Shout out to the Hull City away support. Definitely the best away support we've had at Elland Road. I don't know whether £40 a ticket affects a few teams, but definitely the away support from Hull City yesterday was the best we've had all season. They sold it out and made noise from the first minute to the last, so credit to them. Although that chant where they were doing the the clawing, were saying you were mauled by the tigers or something, that chant itself deserves a 10-point deduction. Of course I'm only joking, but that chant really was awful. But credit though for Hull City, their away support really was good yesterday. Leeds United though, for us, this is of course our first defeat since that 4-1 loss away at West Brom in November. Our 7-game win streak is over, but you can't win them all, can you? You can't win them all, and it's all about how you bounce back and we move on. Still some positives to take from yesterday though. We are still top of the league, and we do still have that 3-point gap in between us and Norwich. We are still 3 points above them because Norwich, they did end up losing 4-3 at home to Derby County, and we are now 5 points clear of West Brom. They've closed the gap just slightly. They could only draw 1-1 at home against Sheffield Wednesday yesterday, so we still have that 3-point gap ahead of Norwich, 5-point gap ahead of West Brom, which is crucial because we have some tough games coming up, and one of those tough games comes on New Year's Day on Tuesday, where we travel to Nottingham Forest. But it's a losing end to 2018 for Leeds United, which kind of sums up the year really. We started the year bad with the loss at Newport, the FA Cup and the club badge, loss against Millwall at home, etc. So it wasn't a great start to 2018 for Leeds, and we finished the year by losing 2-0 at home against Hull City. But we need to bounce back. We move on, and it's just one of them things where it just wasn't our day, but we move on. Nottingham Forest away on Tuesday, New Year's Day, and hopefully it's a winning start there. Hopefully we win that game, winning start to 2019, which is of course our centenary year. Now don't forget that if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave it a thumbs up. That'd be very much appreciated. Also share it as well. Get this channel out there and well known. If you are brand new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. We are almost at 400 subscribers, so if we can hit that before the new year, that'll be absolutely fantastic. Also check the description box and follow All Things Leeds across all our social media pages. That'll be very much appreciated as well, and check the links in the description box. Let me know your thoughts on the game as well in the comments down below. I always love reading your guys' comments, and I definitely will see you tomorrow. Hopefully I'm not recording on my phone. Hopefully the issue with the microphone etc is resolved, but if not, I will see you tomorrow regardless for the preview of the Nottingham Forest game on New Year's Day. But thank you very much for watching. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, do whatever, and hope you all have a good one, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.